Hello dear students, in previous class we solved exercise 5.4. Today we'll solve the word problems regarding quadratic equations in one variable, that is exercise 5.5. So you have to use the previous concepts of quadratic equation in one variable, that is finding the solution by factorization method, finding the solution by using formula, and nature of roots, all these things, this concept you have to use here to solve the word problems. Okay, so start from question number 1. So in question number 1, first part, it is given that find two consecutive natural numbers such that the sum of their squares is 61. It means it is given that two consecutive natural numbers you have to take, okay, and such that the sum of their squares will be equals to 61. Okay, consecutive natural number means two natural numbers one after another. Suppose 3 5 3 5, these are not consecutive natural numbers because 3 after that 4 is there. Okay, in between 4 is there, that's why 3 and 5 are not consecutive natural numbers. Consecutive natural number are 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 7 1 2 2 3 and so on. Okay, there will be one difference, there will be only one difference between the numbers. The numbers are known as consecutive natural numbers, maybe 2 3, maybe 3 4, maybe 4 5, maybe 5 6, maybe 6 7 and so on. Okay, so there will be one difference between two consecutive natural numbers. Okay, so let the smaller number be x. If smaller number is x, the next natural number, the greater number will be x plus 1, because 3 then 4 and 5, so one more. See that 6 is one more than 5 is one more than 4. So if smaller number is x, then greater number will be x plus 1, because two numbers are consecutive and the difference between them is 1. That's why if one number, the smaller number, if you take x, then the greater number will be x plus 1. Sum of their squares is square of this term for smaller number, square of greater number. This is x square, then x plus 1 whole square means x square plus 2x plus 1. So 2x square and x square, 2x square plus 2x plus 1. So this sum is equals to given 61. So 2x square, according to the question, 2x square plus 2x plus 1 equals to 61. Now 61 you have to take in left hand side, then you have to find the solution of the quadratic equation. So you have taken 61 in left hand side, so minus 61 plus 1, that will be plus 60. Now divide both side by 2, because here 2 and 60 is there, so this equation will be divisible by 2. So after dividing by 2, here it will be remaining x square, here it will be x, and here it will be 30. So here 30 is the constant term and coefficient of x square is 1. So minus 30 into 1, that is equals to minus 30, and you have to bring plus 1 here. So plus 6 into minus 5, plus 6 into minus 5, that is minus 30. So plus 6x minus 5x. So 6x minus 5x, that is equals to x, and minus 30 equals to 0. Now take x common, so x plus 6. Now take 5 common, so x plus 6, that is equals to 0. Implies that x plus 6 into x minus 5, x plus 6 can be taken common, so x plus minus 5 will be remaining. So x plus 6 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equals to 0. Implies that x equals to minus 6 or x equals to 5. But here the numbers are natural numbers, it is told. But minus 6 is not a natural number. Hence the two consecutive numbers are x is 5 means smaller number is 5, and x plus 1 means 5 plus 1, then greater number is 6. So the numbers are 5 and 6. Okay, now come to the next part. In second part, it is given that 5 two consecutive integers such that the sum of their square is 61. Okay, just like the previous one, consecutive numbers means one will be greater than the others by 1. Okay, so 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, okay, these are consecutive numbers. So same like the previous one, let the smaller number be x, so greater number is x plus 1, because difference is 1 only. Sum of their square, this one. Okay, and according to the question, this one same method up to this one is same. So x equals to minus 6 and x equals to 5 up to this one is same as it is the previous one. Now these numbers are integers, now integers. So minus 6 is also integer and 5 is also integer. Okay, in previous question minus 6 we excluded because minus 6 is not a natural number, but in question number 2 question number 1 second part, it is given that the numbers are integer. So minus 6 is integer. This solution also you have to include. Okay, and x equals to 5. So when x equals to minus 6, then x plus 1 equals to minus 5. When x equals to 5, then x plus 1 equals to 5 plus 1 equals to 6. So minus 6 minus 5, these are the one possibility, and 5 and 6 these are another possibility. So minus 6 comma minus 6 or 5 comma 6. So these are the possible solution, or these are the required numbers, maybe minus 6 minus 5 and 5 and 6. Now come to the next question. Next is question number 2, first part. If the product of two positive consecutive even integers is 288, find the integers. Okay, here two positive consecutive integers. So positive integers means 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, 7 and so on. But positive and even, you have to take positive and even integers. So even integers are 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. Okay, so these are the even integers and these are positive even integers. So see this, the difference between two consecutive positive integers is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2, 6 minus 4 is 2, 8 minus 6 is 2, 10 minus 8 is 2. So difference between two consecutive even integers is 2. So if one number, let the smaller positive integer be x and it is even x, so another will be 2 more. See this, 2 then 4, so 2 more, 4 then 6, so 2 more. So that's why you have to add 2 with x. So if one is x, then another will be x plus 2. They are consecutive but even, that's why x plus 2, because the difference between two consecutive positive even integers is 2. That's why first one is x, second one is x plus 2. Now according to the question, the product is given 288. So product means x into x plus 2. X into x plus 2, that is equals to 288. So by x multiply, so x square plus 2x into 228 equals 228, and then 228 you have to take in left hand side. So x square plus 2x minus 228. Now you have to factorize. Okay, minus 228 and you have to bring plus 2. 18 into minus 16, that is equals to minus 288. So plus 18x minus 16x minus 288 equals to 0. So x, if you take common from these two terms, so x will be taken common, so here it will be remaining x plus 18, and minus 16 you will take common, so it will be x plus 18, that is equals to 0. Implies that x plus 18 into x minus 16 equals to 0. Implies that x plus 18 equals to 0 or x minus 16 equals to 0. Implies that x equals to minus 18 and x equals to 16. And it is told that the numbers are positive and even. So positive, that's why this will be excluded. Minus 18 is not positive, so but minus 18 is not a positive even integer. It is even integer but not positive, so that's why it will be excluded. This solution will leave. Okay, so only the solution is x equals to 16. So hence the two consecutive even integers are x equals to 16. So one is 16, another is 16 plus 2, that is 18. Okay, now come to the next part, that is the second part. If the product of two consecutive even integers is 224, find the integers. Find two consecutive even natural numbers. Okay, such that the sum of their square is 300. Which part? Second part, sorry. The second part, if the product of two consecutive even integers is 224. Find the integers. Here positive is not given, only it is told that two consecutive even integers, maybe positive, maybe negative. Okay, let the smaller even integer be x and another even integer is x plus 2, because between two consecutive even integers there is two differences there between two numbers. Okay, there will be always two difference between two consecutive even integers. So that's why first one is x, second one is x plus 2. According to the question, x into x plus 2 equals to 224. Now 224 you will take in left hand side and you will multiply this, then you have to factorize. So you have to bring 2 and here 224. So 16 into 14, that is equals to 224, and 16x minus 14x, that is equals to 2x. Now take x common. So after taking x common, here it will be remaining x plus 16 minus 14 if you take common. So inside the bracket it will be x plus 16, that is equals to 0. Now from these two terms take x plus 16 common, so here it will be remaining x minus 14, that is equals to 0. So by zero product rule, x plus 16 equals to 0 or x minus 14 equals to 0, implies that x equals to minus 16 or x equals to 14. So these two are integers and they are even, so both the solution you have to consider. So when x equals to minus 16, so x plus 2, the other integers is minus 16 plus 2, that is minus 14, and when x equals to 14, then other is 14 plus 2, that is 16. So hence the required numbers are minus 16 and minus 14 or 14 comma 16. So these are the solutions. Now come to the third part. In third part it is given that find two consecutive even natural numbers such that the sum of their square is 340. Some even natural numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and so on. Okay, and see that the difference between two consecutive even natural number is always 2. Okay, so if one number is x, then another will be x plus 2. Okay, so the smaller number we have taken x, so greater number will be x plus 2, and according to the question it is given that sum of their squares is equals to 340. So x square equals to x square, here it will be x square, x plus 2 whole square means a plus b whole square formula. Using a plus b whole square formula you have to expand this, so it will be x square plus 2 square is 4 and 2 into a into b, so 2 into x into 2, that is 4x, that is equals to 340. Now 340 will be taken in left hand side, so it will be plus 4 minus 340, that is 336. Now divide both side by 2, so it will be x square plus 2x minus 168, that is equals to 0. Implies that 168 you have to split and you have to write in product of two factors whose sum will be plus 2, so that will be 14 and 12. 14 into 12, that is equals to 168, so and 14x minus 12x, that is equals to 2x. Okay, now from these two terms take x common, so inside the bracket it will be x plus 14, and from these two if you take minus 12 common, so inside the brackets x plus 14 will be remaining. Okay, and that is equals to 0. Now from these two, x plus 14 can be taken common, so here it will be remaining x minus 12 inside the bracket. By zero product rule, x plus 14 equals to 0 and x minus 12 equals to 0. So implies that x equals to minus 14 or x equals to 12. But x equals to minus 14 is not natural number, because it is told that these numbers are natural numbers. So minus 14 is not natural number. So the natural number, that is 12. Okay, so one number is 12, another number will be 14. Okay. So hence the required numbers are 12 and 14. Okay. Now come to the next question. That is fourth part of question number 2. Find two consecutive odd integers such that the sum of their squares is 394. Now you have to take odd integers. Odd integers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. These are positive. If you take negative, then minus 1, minus 3, minus 5, minus 7, minus 9, minus 11, minus 13 and so on. So you can see that the difference between two odd integers also 2. So if one is x, the smaller one is x, so greater one will be, let the smaller odd integer be x, so let the greater odd integer be x plus 2. And the condition is given that sum of their square is equals to 394. So sum of their square means x square plus x plus 2 whole square, that is equals to 394. X square x plus 2 whole square is x square plus 2 square is 4, and 2 into x into 2, that is 4x, equals to 394. If you take 394 in left hand side, so it will be 390, divide both side by 2, so it will be x square plus 2x minus 195, that equals to 0, and 195 can be written as the product of two factors, that is 15 into minus 13, and 15x minus 13x equals to 2x, so you can split 2x in this form. Okay, now from these two take x common, so x plus 15, and from these two take 13 common, so x plus 15. So from these two take x plus 15 common, so here it will be remaining x minus 13, that is equals to 0. By 0 product rule, x plus 15 equals to 0 and x minus 13 equals to 0. Okay, so x equals to minus 15 and x equals to 13. Both are integers and they are odd, so both the solution will be considered. So when x equals to minus 5, x plus 2, that is equals to minus 5 plus 10, minus 5 15 plus 2, that is equals to minus 13. And when x equals to 13, so x plus 2, that is equals to 13 plus 2, that is 15. So hence the required numbers are minus 15 minus 13 or 13 15. Now come to the next question. Next is question number 3. In question number 3 it is given that the sum of two numbers is 9 and the sum of their squares is 41. Taking one number as x from the equation, form an equation in x and solve it to find the numbers. Okay, so what are the condition? Sum of two numbers is given 9 and sum of their square is given 41. So let one number be x and sum is given 9 means, so other number will be 9 minus x, because sum of two numbers is given 9. So if one number is x, then another number will be 9 minus x, and the condition is given that sum of their square equals to 41. So x square plus 9 minus x square equals to 41. So x square split in a minus b whole square formula, so a square plus b square minus 2ab, 2 into 9 into x, that is minus 18x equals to 41. Now this 41 will be taken in left hand side, so it x square plus x square, that is 2x square minus 18x, 81 minus 41. So 2x square minus 18x plus 40, that is equals to 0. X square divide both side by 2, so it will be x square, and 18 will be 9 and 40 will be 20, because we have divided both side by 2. So 9x and here it is 20, so you have to bring minus 9 and here it is 20, so you have to write in product of two factors, that is minus 5 and minus 4. So minus 5x minus 4x plus 20, that is equals to 0. Now take x common, so x minus 5, and take 4 common, so x minus 4 into x minus 5. Now from these two x minus 5 will be taken common, so x minus 4 is remaining, that is equals to 0. Implies that x minus 5 equals to 0 or x minus 4 equals to 0. Implies that x equals to 5 or x equals to 4. When both are the solution, say this, both are the solution, because here no conditions are there, only two numbers are given. It is told that two numbers are there, so these are two numbers. Okay. So for x equals to 5 you have to find the solution, for x equals to 4 you have to find the solution. When x equals to 5, then 9 minus x, the other number is 9 minus x, so 9 minus 5, that is equals to 4. When x equals to 4, then 9 minus x, that is equals to 9 minus 4 equals to 5. Hence the numbers are 4 and 5. Okay, now come to the next question. Question number 5. Sum of two natural numbers is 8 and the difference of their reciprocal is, question number 4 it is, 5 times a certain whole number is equals to 3 less than twice the square of the number. Find the number. So read the question very carefully. 5 times a certain whole number, 5 times a certain whole number is equals to 3 less than what? 3 less than twice the square of the number. It means 2x square. So if you take the whole number is x, so the 5 times of the number is equals to 3 less. 3 less means you have to subtract 3. 3 less than what? 2 times the square of the number. So 5x equals to 2x square minus 3. You have to understand the condition. It is told that 5 times the number is equals to 3 less. That's why minus 3 less than what? Then 2 times the square of the number. So 5x equals to 2x square minus 3 implies that, now take 2x square in left hand side and 3 in left hand side, so minus 2x square plus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. Now multiply both side by minus, so this minus 1, so this minus 1 will be plus, this plus will be minus, this plus will be minus. Now 3 to minus 3 into 2, that is minus 6. From minus 6 you have to bring minus 5, so minus 6x plus x minus 3, that is equals to 0. From these two you have to take 2 common, okay, then you have to find the solution. Okay, now come to the take 2 common, 2x common. From these two term 2x can be taken common. So 2x we have taken common, so x minus 3 plus 1 into x minus 3, that is equals to 0. From this 2x minus 3 will be taken common, so 2x plus 1 equals to 0. So x minus 3 equals to 0 or 2x plus 1 equals to 0. Implies that x equals to 3 or 2x equals to minus 1. Implies that x equals to 3 or x equals to minus 1 upon 2. Okay. So here it is given that in question number 4, these are certain whole number. So minus 1 upon 2 is not a whole number, sorry, this is whole, this will be whole number. So minus 1 upon 2, this is not a whole number, so only the whole number is 3. So hence the required number is 3. Okay, make this correction, this will be whole number. Now come to question number 5. In question number 5 it is given that sum of two natural number is 8 and the difference of their reciprocal is 2 upon 15. Find the numbers. So sum of two natural number is given 8. So if one natural number is x, so another natural number will be 8 minus x. And reciprocal of x is 1 upon x and reciprocal of 8 minus x is 1 upon 8 minus x. And it is told that the difference of their reciprocal is 2 upon 15. Okay, so according to the question, 1 upon x minus 1 upon 8x. Numbers are x and 8 minus x. Reciprocal is 1 upon x and here reciprocal is 1 upon 8 minus x. So difference is 1 upon x minus 1 upon 8 minus x, that is equals to 2 upon 15. So take the LCM, x into 8 minus x. So by x if you divide, so here it will be x minus x, and by 8 minus x if you divide, so it will be x. So 8 minus x minus x. So it will be, now simplify this. So 8 minus x into x equals to 8x minus x square, and here it will be 8 minus 2x after simplifying equals to 2 upon 15. Now do cross multiplication. So 15 into 8, that is 120, and 15 into 2x, that is minus 30x, and by 2 if you multiply, so 8 16x minus 2x square. Now take all these term in left hand side, so it will be plus 2x square and minus 16 minus 30x and plus 120, that is equals to 0. Now simplify, it will be 2x square plus minus 46x plus 120 equals to 0. Now divide both side by 2, so it will be x square minus 23x plus 60 equals to 0. So x square minus 20x minus 3x, so minus 3 into minus 20 equals to 60. So you can write minus 23x in this form, minus 20x minus 3x plus 60 equals to 0. Implies that x into x minus 20 minus 3 into x minus 20 equals to 0, because here x we have taken common and from these two 3 we have taken common. So x minus 20 into x minus 3, that is equals to 0. So x minus 20 equals to 0 or x minus 3 equals to 0. Implies that x equals to 20 or x equals to 3. But x equals to 20 is not possible because the sum of the numbers is given 8. Sum is given 8. Sum of two numbers is given 8. So one number, the number should be less than 8, not more than 8. So that's why x equals to 20, that will be excluded. This is not possible. So hence the numbers are 3, and if one is 3, then another is 8 minus 3, that is 5. So the numbers are 3 and 5. Now come to question number 6. In question number 6 it is given that the difference of the squares of two numbers is 45. The difference of the squares of two numbers is 45. The square of the smaller number is 4 times the larger number. Determine the number. Okay. Second condition, see that the square of the smaller number, is 4 times the larger number. The square of the smaller number is 4 times the larger number. So let the larger number be x. Then square of the smaller number is 4x, because it is told that square of the larger number is 4 times, square of the smaller number is 4 times the larger number. So larger number we have assumed x, then the square of the smaller number is 4 times the larger number, that is 4x. Okay, and it is told that first condition is given that the difference of the square of two number is 45. So square of larger number is x square and square of the smaller number is 4x. Okay, so x square minus 4x equals to 45. X square minus 4x and 45 if you take in left hand side, so x square minus 4x minus 45, that is equals to 0, implies that 45 you can split in this form, minus 9 into plus 5. So x square minus 9x plus 5x, that minus 45 equals to 0. Now from this two term you have to take x common, and from this two term you have to take 5 common. So if you take x common, so x minus 9 will be remaining here. If you take 5 common, so x minus 9 and x minus 9, so x minus 9 you can take common, so here it will be remaining x plus 5, that is equals to 0. Implies that x minus 9 equals to 0 or x plus 5 equals to 0. So x equals to 9 and x equals to minus 5. When these two are the numbers and these are the possible numbers, so if x equals to 9, the square of the smaller number is 4 into 9, that is 36. So x equals to 9, x we have assumed the greater number, okay, larger number. So the larger number is 9. So the square of the smaller number is 4 times the larger number, in condition it is given. So 4 into 9, that is 36. So the smaller number is plus minus 6. When x equals to minus 5, then the square of the smaller number is 4 into minus 5, that is equals to minus 20. But minus 20 is not possible to find. This is undefined, okay. So hence the numbers are 9, 6 or 9, minus 6, because for the value of 9 we can get the value of the other numbers, so that is 9 and 6. If the value of the other number is 6 plus 6, and if the other value of the other number is minus 6, then 9, minus 6. So these are the possible values of the other number, okay, the pair of numbers. Now come to the next question, that is question number 7. In question number 7, it is given that there are 3 consecutive positive integers such that the sum of the squares of the first and the product of the two is 154. Okay, so what are the conditions? There are 3 consecutive positive integers. 3 consecutive positive integers means, suppose first one is x, then next one is x plus 1, and the next one is x plus 2. So these are the 3 consecutive integers, okay, and the condition is given that the sum of the square of the first, so square of the first plus the sum of the square of the first and the product of the other two. Product of the other two means second and third. So sum of the square of the first one and product of the other two means x plus 1 into x plus 2, and that will be equals to 154, that is given. So x square and multiply these two, so it will be x square plus 2x by 1 if you multiply, so x plus 2, that is equals to 154. Now 154 will be taken in left hand side and you have to simplify this one. So x square and x square, 2x plus x, that is 3x, and plus 2 minus 154, that is equals to 0. So implies that 2x square plus 3x minus 152 equals to 0. Okay, so 152 into 2, that is equals to 304. 304 you have to split into 2 parts, and you have to write in product of 2 factors whose sum will be equals to plus 3, that is 19 and minus 16. So 19 into minus 16 equals to 304 minus, so 19x minus 16x, that is equals to 3x. So here 2x square plus 19x minus 16x minus 152 equals to 0. So from these two, x will be taken common, so 2x plus 19 minus, if you take 8 common from these two, so 2x plus 19, that is equals to 0. Implies that 2x plus 19 into x minus 8, that is equals to 0. So 2x plus 19, that is equals to 0, and x minus 8, that is equals to 0. So 2x equals to minus 19 or x equals to 8. Okay, then so x equals to minus 19 upon 2 and x equals to 8. So but x equals to minus 19 upon 2 is not positive integer. Here it is told that positive integer, so this is negative, so you have to exclude this solution. So x equals to 8, this is the solution. So x equals to 8 means smaller number is 8, then next number is 9, then next is 10. So 8, 9, 10, these are the numbers. Okay. So up to question number 7, try to see the solutions very carefully and try to understand how the solutions are done. Okay, and see the example before exercise 5.5. It will help you to solve rest of the problems. Okay, so in next class we will start from question number 8. Till then you revise all these previous concept and all these previous chapters and the formulas and the concept, all these things, and see the examples again and again and try to understand. Example is very important. If you can understand the example, you can solve the exercise very easily. Okay, so thank you.